I'm going to be diving once again into cinematic obscurity. The film is called Pig Pog. If you haven't heard of this movie, welcome to the party, pal! I hadn't either until maybe a couple of weeks ago. In 2015, a movie idea was pitched called Ping Pong Disaster. You're probably wondering why I'm not reviewing this movie. Apparently the script was so bad that it was forgotten about quickly. The filmmakers then found the script again, and after a typo causing it to be renamed Pig Pog Disaster, they retitled it Pig Pog and completely transformed the film into a different project. It was now going to be a low-budget horror film about pigs. They hired Derrick Zeulander, not to be confused with the guy who created the Derrick Zeulander Center for kids who can't read good and who want to learn to do other stuff good too, to direct it. Zeulander was fresh off of his hit film, this one, and he got his friends to rewrite the film. There were 4 drafts pitched. The first draft was written by Casey Elton and was a horror comedy about a herd of pigs who can turn people into vegetables. This idea was quickly scrapped in favor of an even worse idea. Writer Michael Castrejon was hired to write a script, and he wanted the film to be set on Mars. Luckily, this idea wasn't followed, and Michael was fired. You may know Michael Castrejon as the lead guitarist for a band I've never heard of. He also appeared on a show I've never heard of. 2 more drafts were written, the former which wasn't even read by Zeulander. From what I understand, they started filming without a completed script. Oh no, I'm in for some cinematic torture today. The film was rushed into direct-to-video release in 2016. I can only imagine how bad this is. After the credits, we are greeted with some of the worst directing I have ever seen. What's with all the wacky filters? It's just a bunch of footage of pigs. Every once in a while there's like a cutaway. There's only 2 different kinds of shots it cuts to. It cuts to maybe reactions from people, and get this, Steve Winwood music videos. This looks like some YouTube poop, not a movie that got a DVD release. This isn't a movie. Magical Mystery Tour qualifies more as a movie than this. That's the entire movie, looped footage of pigs with wacky filters. That's the entire movie, looped footage of pigs with wacky filters. That's the entire movie, looped footage of pigs with wacky filters. That's the entire movie, looped footage of pigs with wacky filters. Steve Winwood and then people reacting. Even the Steve Winwood videos have wacky filters on them. In the video of our Valerie, it looks like somebody's pouring piss on top of it. Valerie, piss on me. And in Back in the High Life again, he looks like a ghost. As for While You See a Chance, that video was already weird. Steve Winwood's music is always welcome to me. He's one of my favorites. I'm mad that they didn't use any of his stuff from Traffic or the Spencer Davis group, though. He is actually credited in the movie as Steve Winwood Pog. Steve Winwood Pog, wasn't that like some game in the 90s? Every once in a while, there's some voices that say stuff like, Pig Pog! Run! Pig Pog! Oh no, Pig Pog! But for the most part, this film is random footage. Not even a movie. Then there's, what the heck? Why is Bill Science Guy in this? Granted, I love that theme song, but why? Science rules. And apparently he's credited in the movie as Science Guy Pog. Why? I'd really like to review this guy and see what his process behind making this movie was. He apparently gave me a link to the film's website, but I've been having a lot of technical difficulties. When I put the link in, all it did was take me to the YouTube page for the music video to Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. I've heard people say that this is some trick called a Rickroll, but I think I know what really happened. Rick Astley is somehow the owner of this movie now. Lousy YouTube copyright system. He also wrote this poem about the movie, which I'll read it. Thanks for reviewing this movie. This movie is a bit stupid, I'll admit. I hope you found it groovy and didn't think it was a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Nice poem, but it sounds familiar. Anyway, that's all I have time for. Shut up. Turn that off. Anyway, that's all I have time for today.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night I went into my bathroom and I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen.